Hey everybody, my name is Mike.
And I'm Danny. This is Granger, and we're the Mortells.
We're currently camped up in the Twin Lakes area in Colorado. We got our Scout camper a little over a week ago, so this is our first full weekend out in it, and we're pretty excited about it.
And a few folks have asked questions wanting to kind of see a bit more of the Scout, so we wanted to put this video together and give you a little tour.
All right, on this side of the camper, we have two storage units. This first one here is a vented storage unit for the propane. There's two 5-gallon tanks in here for propane. And then this one is a nice large storage compartment that currently has, our chairs, tables, and a couple other gear in here. It's nice and large, so plenty of room for a lot of your outdoor stuff if you wanted. There's also a ladder that comes with the Scout if you get the rooftop tent option. That does have a mount in here that you can put the ladder in there, but we didn't bring that along since we don't plan on camping in the rooftop tent this weekend. Here's the port in order to hook up your shore power to your Goal Zero battery pack that's inside. So you just run a cable out here and then plug it right into an extension cord. And that is how you power your battery if the solar is not powering it enough for you. The other thing here is these are the ratchet straps. In order to hold it in, they hook onto the hooks inside the truck bed, and you just make sure they're nice and tight. And then another thing we've taken off that comes with the Scouts is the Happy Jack camper jacks. So there's 4, one on each side. And that's how you're able to lift up the camper in order to take it off or put it on. But since we don't plan on taking the camper off, we just don't use those or don't have them on here just to save a little bit of weight. All right, now we're at the front of the truck. And the only really 2 things to point out here is first off the rooftop tent. It is open right now. And then the second thing is the solar panel that is on top of the front of the Scout. Now we're on the driver's side of the Scout. There's not as much over here. First thing is there is a ladder attachment point on this side in order to get up into the rooftop tent. So the ladder that comes with the Scout, if you get the rooftop tent, you just hook it right up there, extends down to the floor, and you can climb into the rooftop tent from this side. The other option is there is a hatch inside to climb up into the rooftop tent that we'll show you once we go inside. The only other thing on this side is the drain port for the sink. So you just take this cap off, you can hook up a hose, have a portable gray water tank, and just go right into that. All right, now we're at the back of the Scout, and as you can see, there's quite a bit going on back here. First off, we did opt for the rooftop tent option, so that's what's up top. We got this mainly because if people fly out to Colorado to visit us, we can go right into the mountains and they have a place to sleep. The other reason is because you can take the mattress out and it can actually act as a little bit of storage up there for lighter things such as clothing or whatnot. As you move down, we have a solar power motion sensor light right here, which is really great at night. You can turn it on and just leave it on, and then if you come outside, it will light up your steps. So when you're coming out of the camper, it's not as dangerous. This is a multifunction bracket. So its main purpose is it's mounting the water jug inside. So that's holding that, but then also Scout added a couple other features to it. So if you get the batwing awning option, that batwing comes all the way around and actually hooks into the top. So that's one thing. The other thing is it is a door stop. And then the third thing is there's a couple hooks at the bottom, so if you have wet towels or clothes or something you want to hang outside, you can hang that on that bracket there. Making our way down here, we did opt for two 2-gallon roto packs, so this just gives us a little bit more water storage. So if we're on longer trips, we have some extra water. So that was an add-on option. And then right here is a utility drawer. So we just slide this right out. First thing is it has storage inside, but the second thing is you can actually bring the grill from inside, set it up out here, and then hook in right here for your propane, and actually do all your cooking outside if you wanted to rather than inside. This was an add-on as well. If you decide not to get this, it actually opens up a lot of storage. This compartment goes all the way to the front of the camper. So if you're into fishing or anything like that, you could store fishing poles in here nice and easy, or anything else. Maybe even a set of skis or snowboards, though the bindings might hit. But yeah, that adds a lot of storage if you don't want this utility drawer. And then just a couple other little notes. There is space on either side of the camper for some additional storage. So we have some traction boards here, and then we store some bigger pieces of 2x10s to help level the truck whenever we're camped on an unlevel surface. For our model, our tailgate doesn't close all the way, but that's fine because we have this rigid ultra swing for our spare tire that closes and actually holds it up nice and easy. So not a big deal for us. I know some people do take their tailgates off, so that is an option as well if your bed is not long enough for the tailgate to close. So now I'm up inside the rooftop tent. Just a couple things to note here. First off is there's one window on this side, an actual exit point here, or I guess technically could have an exit port out the back. All of these do have bug screens that you can put down and leave open or close all the way up. The only other two things to note up here is this is the exhaust over here for our fireplace that's inside that we'll be showing you in a second. And then on this side is a solar powered vent that you can turn on inside. So when you're cooking or anything like that, you can have that solar power vent pulling out some of the air. And that's it for up here.
Okay, so here on the left side, we have our kitchen. Up here, we have our Lifesaver water jug, which is filtered and also air pressurized. A little pump here. And then we have our spray handle. Down here, we have our sink. And then this is our Dometic stovetop, which was actually custom built and designed for Scout campers. So you just open this up here. And then this also has straps here, here and here, so you can unstrap it and take it outside if you want to cook outside. And we have the gas hookup here in the back. And then down here we have a very large storage space for all of our kitchen stuff, our utensils, our cookingware, plasticware, and all that kind of stuff. And then up here we have these windows, which we love. You can just kind of click them open, and then they catch. You can keep them open that way, and then you just push it up to pull it back in, close it up. We also have these blinds, which are great to block out the light if we're sleeping. And then if it's buggy, we can pull up this screen here, so we can still have the windows open, but not get eaten by mosquitoes. And then on this side, we have our Dometic cooler, which you can use as a freezer or a refrigerator. It's split into two sides, so you can have both sides at like refrigerator temperatures, or you can have one side at freezer temperatures, which we currently have some ice in here. And then we have the pizza and beer and all that jazz over here. And then down here we have a storage space. If you opt to get the Dometic porta potty, it fits perfectly in this area here. We decided just to keep it for storage and use it as additional pantry space, some cleaning supplies and things like that. And then over here we have our Goal Zero Yeti battery pack, which powers the entire camper. It's hooked up to the solar panel that's on the roof of the camper. We haven't quite figured out our wire storage system yet, but hoping to kind of get this a bit better under control. And then down here is our propane alarm, so in case there's a leak with the propane, we'll be aware and can fix it. And over here in the corner, this is one of our favorite parts about the camper. It's our Newport fireplace by Dickinson. It's powered by the propane tanks, which are on the stored on the side outside of the camper. And there's an actual flame in there, so it's nice and cozy on cold nights or mornings. And then we have another one of the windows over here, and kind of like a storage shelf, which is handy to just kind of keep some of our things on. A couple other features on the roof or the ceiling of the camper. We have our smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector here. We also have a vent, solar powered vent, which can blow either in or out to help regulate the temperatures. And then we also have these three light strips, which you can turn on, and it's hard to tell, but like if you hold it, you can also dim it or make it brighter. These have been really handy, and we have those across the top. And then we also have these brackets here, which are brackets to hold on the rooftop tent, but there's also these, like you could hang things from here. We're planning on getting some carabiners so we can have some headspace storage up there. So here we have our dinette, one of Granger's favorite places to kind of chill and hang out. The seats here are pretty, like you could fit 2 people here, and they're pretty comfortable. And the table you're either able to remove it to take it outside, or you can also swing it down using this lever here, so that we can then turn this into a full bed. There's also storage, you'll see over here. Currently have some boots in there, but just some storage spaces as well as storage spaces down here. So here's the bed. It is a full XL size bed, so basically the length of a queen bed, but about 7 inches narrower. But we both fit pretty well in the bed. There's also some netting towards the front there, where you could hold like books or notebooks and things like that. And then from the bed, you can also climb up through the hatch here to get to the rooftop tent.